here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, with my co-host Dakota. What up, Dakota?
What up, boy? It feels good to be back home, back in the Rutledge Dome.
Haven't missed a beat, man. Look at us.
Look at this. It's been a minute. I know we took the week off with NASCAR, but we're back, baby. We're bringing NASCAR back to the homeland, and we're going racing this weekend. I think there's a change in the tides. We got a lot to talk about. We got to talk about our amigo. We're going to talk about everything bullshit going on with the heat strokes this weekend, and a little bit of NASCAR mysteries. What's going on? Where are we headed? Let's get this thing started, dude.
Let's do it. Oh, what's up? It's Chairgate and coming at you live.
Hello, come right in. Rock, flag, and eagle.
All right. Here we are. We got Nick, the #1 commenter. What up, Nick? Good to see you.
What up,
hey,
Luna? Luna, say hey.
Hey.
The podcast intern, podcast assistant.
Yeah.
What is up? Yeah, we got a nice little shipment from Nick, Dakota. I got to send some stuff your way.
So. Oh, yeah, dude. He is an OG, man. He really, we do not deserve him. I can't see the comments because it like always, it likes to log me out.
Oh, yeah, that's the
so
worst. I had to log back in today. Yeah, no, he sent actually some pretty sweet stuff. I'll send you the not as cool stuff because I'm going to keep the best stuff. But yeah, there you go.
Damn it, boy.
Yeah, and I finally.
Oh, I see it now.
Today...
Oh my God, now it popped up.
Oh,
what the fuck is going on? All right, I see it. I don't know.
I finally today got all the giveaways sent out. So
thank goodness. People are gonna be like, "What the hell is this?"
I know that's on me. That's my bad. You can thank my wife. She did it today for me.
It'll never happen again. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It'll happen every fucking time. I promise. And I am now bleeding through my Band-Aid. That's awesome.
Not my Band-Aid.
Band-Aid. So what's up, dude? We're back.
I know. I feel like for a hot last weekend, I was kind of like, "Oh wait, yeah, there's not a race." There's one of those truck races, I guess. There is a truck race, I guess. And I got false alarmed, I guess. I was like, "Oh, SRX is this weekend. Okay, I'm gonna check that out." Well, I don't know if it was on CBS or something, but
yeah,
I was watching the truck race, and then I kept looking through the guide, where's SRX? Where's SRX? And I texted Felicia "Hey, look," because I was playing poker. And I was like, "Look up what channel SRX comes on because I can't find it." She's like, "Oh, it's next." She saw next weekend at such and such track. She's like, "Oh, it's next weekend." So I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess that's something." And then Sunday morning, I got up and was doing stuff and got on my phone, and it was freaking what's his name? Helio Castroneves wins SRX opener, and I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Dude, I was pissed. Okay, I knew it was last night, but oh well. I watched some highlights. The truck race was peak Foxing. It was, dude, it was bad. It was really bad, but it was okay.
It definitely made me be like, thank God we don't have to deal with Fox anymore, which we can talk about in this episode.
Oh, we are going to.
A salute
as we
to
go.
Fox. Yeah, thank God. Let's put it to rest.
Oh, dude, what have you been doing?
2024?
Do what? Yeah, dude, I think 2025 is when they renew it, so they're trying to bury the hatchet over here.
I feel like at this point, do you think Fox is just trying to sabotage the deal because they just want out or something? Because it seems like they just aren't trying.
A long relationship where you're like, I'm just not feeling anymore, but I'm scared to break up with her. And they're like, I'm just gonna make her hate me.
That's what it seems like. Yeah, it's like the classic thing, when you're a young buck. And you're just like, nah, I'm just gonna ghost her for a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna just totally ignore her, start being mean.
Not come around.
And little did you know, it made her like you more.
Well, I do not like Fox any more than I did. So I almost feel like they're sabotaging themselves at this point.
Yeah, that's on
and
purpose.
Knowing NASCAR, they'll probably be like the girl that likes them even more. So they're just gonna renew the contract again. Thoughts on them moving the start time for the truck champion race? 10 p.m.
in Phoenix? Oh, wait. Oh, God.
Yeah, it's 10 p.m. East time because it would be
Mountain. Shit.
Yeah. Or Arizona time, as they call it.
Like, and that's one of those things when it comes, we'll ramble, is like the
Right.
thing with start times. People are like, why is it starting so late? It's like, because it's 8 o'clock there. I
Right.
remember that we were watching the truck race, and it was in Iowa, and it didn't start till I think 9 o'clock Eastern time. And I was like, damn, I was like, what is that? Is that Central time? Or I was like, I don't know. And I
Iowa
was
Central. Yeah.
okay, so I was like, I think they're an hour. I was like, yeah, I guess. And Ronnie was like, dude, why the fuck is it starting at 9? And I was like, well, you got to think they're behind. He's like, it's like 8 o'clock there. I was like, yeah, it sounds like an appropriate time for a Saturday night race to start. Honestly, I was like, it is what it is. Oh, look at Turnpike jumping up in here, dude.
Hey.
Cheers, buddy. Appreciate the love.
Cheers. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, so that's the thing. It's tough, especially because here's the deal: a majority of people live in the East time zone, which is why TV and broadcasting likes to use that as their standard because the
Yeah.
majority of the population lives there, right? You have like New York, Miami,
Yeah.
all up and down. And so it's tough for sports when they have to go across the country to the West Coast and try to put on a good show for them, knowing that a majority of their viewership is back east. So it's a tough situation. I don't know. I don't really
I mean, if anything, it's a Friday night. The championship race is gonna be on a Friday night at 10. Put your big boy pants on, order pizza, get a beer, and chill out and chairgate the shit out of the TV. Just watch the damn race and hang out. It's a Friday night race. Yeah, it's a little late. If that's past your bedtime, I'm sorry. It's a truck race for Christ. Now, if it's a cup race, I'd be like, oh man, wow. But I think they just try to fit it in when they can get it in for the truck series. But hell, what is that in Phoenix time? That's gonna be like 7 o'clock start time.
If it's 8 or it's 10 o'clock, 9, it'd be 8 o'clock.
Damn comment.
I know.
That's a good one, dude. Turnpike's OG. Watch out, Nick. Look at him, boy. Keep us smiling.
Yeah, so that'd be 8 o'clock. The weird thing is, I'll educate you a little bit more. Arizona has their own time zone.
Oh shit!
So it's called Arizona time. Yeah, and
Is that a thing?
They don't.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Follow the
yeah,
time
they're
forward
like
and time
fuck
back.
all that, dude.
And
We're in the
so
desert.
apparently,
Like,
I think the federal government actually just said that we're doing away with it completely.
yeah, I didn't know if that was true or not because I only saw it on memes and like Instagram.
Right. I don't
and
know.
I don't watch any of the news. So
Yeah, me either. It's just what I've heard.
I'm like, maybe that's the thing. I don't know. Whatever, man.
And the weird thing is everybody's like, and we're going off on a rant here, but everyone's like, oh man, fuck that. The hour before, hour back. But I'm like, yeah, but it's also going to be like pitch black and be like 3 p.m. Like that actually kind of sucks. But like, I'd rather just.
I thought they just
hour
meant they're
change.
going to pick. Yeah, I thought they just meant like we're going to pick a time. Like time's not going to change anymore. So this is what it is. It just gets dark at 9 o'clock every day.
I'd rather
the rest of your life.
That's not how that would work though.
No, well, like with the solstice and the sun moving and
that's
stuff.
not. Yeah, so like it will get dark at like
I think
3
different,
or 4 p.m.
I was like, well, where's that? Like some states would be different. The earliest I remember, like when the time changed and stuff, it would get dark at like 5 o'clock, and like you'd be coming home from work and it'd be like, this is bullshit, and you'd be like tired and ready for bed. It'd be like 7:30.
Arizona seceded from the Union of Time Zones.
Yeah. With the comedy.
Anyway, yeah, I agree with Dakota on this one. It's a Friday night. There's not much they could do because they need to hold it late enough for people to be able to get to the track from work. If it was a Saturday or Sunday, sure, we got some wiggle room, but it's a Friday. They need to fill up the track. They need to give people enough time to leave work, go home, get ready, go to the track, that kind of thing. So,
yeah, you got it. And that's something people don't think about is like the people in the state that races at. Yeah,
it's us drinking beer, going, yeah. There's some kind of like weird time.
There's like
thing
a time
in Arizona.
zone, man.
They seceded from the time union.
Yeah, victory.
Yeah, see, people have heard about this. I don't know if it's a thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Harvard's trembling right now. They should be.
He's really funny.
Yeah, you know what? We might need to get Turnpike on.
Yeah, man. I don't know. You gotta think people getting there that live in Arizona. It's like, 7-8 their time or whatever. Whatever. Truck race championships. I hope somebody fun wins it. But dude, we went road course racing like way back in the day. Like it feels like an eternity at this
I
point.
was just gonna
We
say
never
it seems
we
so
never
long ago.
covered it. But dude, like
People are really heating the comments about the time zone thing. By the way,
fucking
they're
Ben
just rolling
Franklin.
in. I'm team time chain. Like I like it. I
I'm
like
okay
the
with it.
forward and back. I don't
Well,
want
and then
it
I've
to be
lived
one
30
time.
years with it this way. It kind of changing right now. I think
That's
it's
what I'm
fucking me
saying.
up.
It's gonna freak everybody out.
Yeah.
Those poor
I don't like
farmers.
change.
So
but
anyway,
dude,
it does seem like forever though since we've had a race.
let's address the elephant in the room here.
I was thinking about it too when we were like I was setting up for the podcast. I was like, oh shit, that's right. That was the last
There
race
was a race.
we're about to talk about.
Yeah, we never got to give y'all our opinions. We let the dust settle.
I should have rewatched the race, honestly, like because now I'm like, fuck, what happened in that race?
Yeah, I remember talking to you about it and you being like, this race sucked. But I thought it was a better scenario. It wasn't the best. It wasn't.
Do you remember what I said specifically?
Yes, we're getting there.
Well, let's just jump right in.
The elephant in the room. Amigo got it done, dude. Fucking Daniel Suarez has fucking arrived. He is here. We've been betting on him all fucking season as an underdog, and he's not an underdog anymore, kind of, sort of. Dude, he is in victory lane, burning out on tacos. Uh-oh. You better go tell mama. Go tell mama.
I legit thought you stalled there for a second. I thought, like, because you was stuck in like this.
I had to hit pause and go into dad mode and then hit play. But it, dude, Daniel Suarez got it done. It was awesome. This comment.
I'm reporting. Dude, Turnpike's got to come on the pod.
Oh my god, yeah, I'm like
this guy's cracking me up. I fucking love this. Yeah. So it is a little bit of a brag, but our last episode, it was live from the Rutledge Dome in Georgia.
Yeah, we were breaking down Gateway.
I posted the video. Technically, we both picked Daniel Suarez as our race winner.
It was a solid pick, dude.
That was fucking awesome. And the most underrated.
We were arm wrestling over Daniel Suarez, and who showed the fuck up at Sonoma?
Most underrated joke of our generation.
Yeah, dude. Freaking Suarez showed up. Just backing up. I was very optimistic on how these cars were going to do at Sonoma. I was very glad to have the bus stop back. Lagged in real life. Oh, yes. So that happens quite frankly all the time. Margarita's snake wife. Woo! Have one for me. Dude, it was freaking. It was. I thought the race was going to be better than it was. I think I had my hopes a little high, but it was better than the Sonoma I've seen like the last 4 or 5 years. That's how I felt.
So that's been a trend this whole season, by the way.
Yeah.
At a certain point,
a lot of tracks.
At a certain point, I'm done saying it.
Yeah.
Because it's been that way at every single race.
Here.
I can't think of a single race that's been worse than the same race of last year. Even on the bad ones.
Martinsville. I think Martinsville, we're just going to scrap it because, that was trial and error. I expect a better Martinsville race.
And I was going to say,
Texas.
But Texas was always bad. So that's nothing new, because that was the other one I was thinking. But yeah, for the most part, almost every single time, the race this year is better. So I'm almost just done using that as an excuse.
Yeah. It's going to be better, motherfucker.
Because it's just better every time. And I'm just that's how it is now. That's cool. Yeah, Martinsville. That's right.
There was some spins, some hiccups, some guys getting it, some guys losing wheels we're seeing no matter what track we go to. That's another topic. But dude, I thought, there was some strategy. It was still the crew chief race. Whether we can talk stage racing at road courses, I'm okay with it. I know a lot of people are pissed, and I'm okay if they changed it. I think it's a little messy if they went that route, but it is what it is. Crew chief strategies, getting outplayed. Don't make mistakes on pit road. I think Larson and Elliott were about to show out and fight for the win, and they both screw up on pit road. Guess what? They don't win anymore. And you don't see Larson, like in last year's car, lose 10 spots and come flying back up to the front. No, he gets back there and he can't pass nobody because everybody's pretty fast. I don't know.
Going back to your point, though, about stages in the road course. This is the first time I've heard you say that you'd be okay with getting rid of the stages. But my question for you then is, if they do get rid of them, do you still keep the stage points for the year? Because that throws a wrench in everything.
So I'm okay with keeping the stages everywhere. Make every track the same. It is what it is. It makes it all the same. And I know that stopping for stages kind of manipulates the strategy for road courses or fuel tires, but that's the same with any track. And a lot of people say, well, we should just hey, at lap 40, whatever the top 10 is, they get the points, but the race goes on. We don't stop. Ooh. And I also I get that, but then it kind of to me makes it messy, like, with the new fans and stuff. Well, at these races we stop and have a caution and a commercial break, but at these races we let them keep going because we think it's more fun. And that's what to me is where it's kind of messy.
Yeah.
And and to me that's more manipulative than anything. It's just like, no, it's have a stage break. You can take your stage points and go pit, and those guys, or you can pit before the stage and flip flop it. Pick your poison. To me, that right there is strategy. That's strategy in itself. How do you know them guys up there aren't going to bounce each other off the wall and across the sandbox and lose it, and now you're back up there with fresh tires or something? That's what another thing is. People are just assuming. It's like, dude, you don't know what's going to happen in this race, and then it's be money on pit road. That's a crew. That's a team aspect. It's like the top two guys went to the back and struggled to come back.
So this is a tough one because I kind of see both sides, and for one side, I do kind of agree with Nathan here. I see the point of saying stages kind of ruin road course racing because it does seem like unnecessary. It stops the flow, stops the pace, takes away a lot of the strategy that you would have on a road course. Seems a bit unnecessary also, but at the same time, I think I lean more towards Nathan's point in his comment right here. It's just like NASCAR's already too complicated.
If it ain't broke, don't break it.
Yeah. I love your sayings. NASCAR's already like probably too complicated, to be honest. If you're a new fan coming into this, I would understand how all these rules are a bit overwhelming. And by adding this extra thing where it's like we have stages here, but not here, and also you're still earning stage points, even though there's no stage breaks, like that would really complicate things. And I could see that just kind of confusing everybody. So I think I agree with Nathan. If we're just gonna have stages in NASCAR, we're just gonna need to have stages in NASCAR across the board.
I'm okay. I'm okay with that as well. I love stage racing. Very few old school veteran fans like stages. I think Nathan agrees. He loves stages too. Like Turnpike saying there, it's one thing I don't. If they did it across the board and removed stages like across all the tracks, just hey, we reward points at this lap and we keep going. If they're gonna do it, I'm kind of like, okay, you need to do it at every track. I don't like the flip flop. I also don't. I love stages. I love, hey, it makes the rate, it breaks it up like quarters or halves. It breaks it up like, hey, we gotta I want these points. I gotta pass this guy. I like that aspect. I like awarding, hey, if you blew up in the halfway of the race, at least you got some stage points in the first half to get something out of your day. There's been plenty of stories.
I would also though mention I think stages were brought into NASCAR because the cars they were using, it was just kind of ruining the racing. It was making it boring to watch, and they were trying to make it exciting. I think maybe we should start to have the discussion of let's try a track without stages, and maybe it's one that
do it in the All-Star.
I was just gonna maybe we try it something like that. I would be open to seeing these cars without stages. Maybe these cars are good enough to just put on an entertaining enough show. We don't have to worry about the gimmicks. We can just go and race. And if it sucks, then fuck it. We'll go back to stages.
And all these little like what ifs or what if we did this. And I think that's what the All-Star is for. Hey, if you're gonna try something, if you want to do some stupid crap, you want to put underglow into the cars, do it in the All-Star. Do it in this. Don't just make up random ass scenarios for pit stops and stuff. And I'm okay with stages. As one guy, I think Nathan can concur, who sat and watched 295 green flag laps at Atlanta Motor Speedway. of a 327 lap race. As much as I loved old school ripping and sliding and stuff, I was falling asleep bored out of my fucking mind. Just watch. You could tell what was going on race wise and what was playing out with strategy, but we were pretty much watching a 3-hour practice session.
Do you
And
think that was a bit of the product on the track though, because of the cars they were using with dirty air?
that, and it was rough, man. Like I'd been to many green flag races where it was, oh God, see what I mean? And like it was like whether or not there was debris or I'll take stages over imaginary debris cautions.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
so we watched all this green flag racing, which I think we us old school guys appreciate, but it gave you a minute like, oh, thank God the stage, I gotta go piss. Oh, thank God I'm gonna go eat a hot dog. Oh,
That's
I need
true.
a beer. Oh, commercial. This is the time for your commercial break. Let's give me more green flag TV time and give me that commercial during the stage break. However, they haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah.
They just give us more commercials during the green flag racing.
Right.
You just had to be there.
You just had to be there, man.
But I think stage racing was a great thing. It made, and then giving points throughout the race, not just the finish. One thing I do miss was if you led a lap, you got a point. That's something I wish they'd kind of like, they got rid of it. I was kind of like, I like that rule. It made leading like more important. And then if you led the most laps, you got a point. Like,
Right.
it did away with that. I liked it because it made it more like if you kicked ass that day, you got extra points. I don't know. I think there's all kinds of tweaks that can happen. I am team if we're gonna make changes, make them at the end of the year. Like you laid your bed, you got to be with it all season.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a safety thing or like, hey, this ain't fucking working thing.
Right. Yep.
But like, hey, that's the rule. We'll look into it in the off season and maybe have a change for next year.
Yeah, because that's only fair for like the other guys that
Yeah.
have been competing throughout the
Right.
season, knowing these rules. To just change it kind of screws over somebody else. But beyond just stages, and I'm bringing up these topics because this episode's just kind of all over the place. You know,
We're bringing it back.
at what point do we look at our playoff championship system and reconsider kind of how that is laid out?
Just like this is a good one. Just like stages are hated upon, I feel like half of the old veteran fans hate stage racing. I love stage racing as a
Say
veteran fan.
majority.
I feel like
of the
a
old fans.
majority of old school fans hate the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I think the playoffs are one of the best things that ever happened in NASCAR.
Yeah,
I think the
I
playoffs
know
are
you do.
fucking
That's why I
badass.
asked you.
And I think they could be adjusted. I think there was some formats that could have been, take some of what we started with the playoffs. I think there were some good things and some bad things. I also think right now there's some good things and bad things. I don't think there should be 16 drivers. I think we could maybe manipulate a better number. I do like winning you're in. I just think there could maybe be some tweaks as I don't know. It makes winning more important because it all falls back to remember when J-Mac, I think it was 2010, won the 500, won the Coke 600, fucking won the Brickyard and missed the playoffs. Like the stellarest season he ever fucking had. X's all around, including the championship. Dude. So, and then here we'll get into the playoffs. But J-Mac missed the playoffs with the best season of his fucking career.
Right,
Led a
yep.
shit ton of laps. Just, he either was up front or he wasn't. But he missed the playoffs, and then the next year they kind of were like, hey, we need to credit winning more. And I kind of get the changes, but they did away with some stuff and they added stuff. And I think it can always be tweaked. But then the only thing I think about, and it kind of goes all the way back to 1948, was like, well, then now, okay, if you win a championship like this, you're this kind of championship. Would you have been a championship 10 years ago? Would that, that makes your championship different than that guy's championship.
It does
That makes
dilute it a
better
little
than that.
bit.
Yeah,
Right.
and I still feel like it's a fight to the death. I love that there's rounds, 3 races, nut up or shut up, go or go home, and you have to show out for those 3 rounds. That's fine. Kevin did not deserve to be in that championship race. He did not earn it. And
you don't think Kevin Harvick was the real champion that season?
No, like during the format they had, no. Like in 2000,
but he would have been
2005.
Without that
he
format,
would have been
right?
the championship.
I mean,
yeah.
And so that's, I think, the issue.
Well, if we go back to old point systems, Kevin's like a 4-time champion,
right?
and that's hard to swallow.
Right, and I don't know. I go back and forth because the entertainment value because of the playoffs does go up, right? It does add something
Dude.
extra, but it does kind of take away just from a pure racing standpoint of this guy was the best all season, right? Chase Elliott won the championship. He was not the best all season. I mean, I think we can all agree. Kyle Larson, granted, was the best all season. He did win it, thank God.
And that's what it tastes better. It's a better taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Okay, so with the rounds, I love the rounds go or go home elimination style.
Yeah,
more
exciting. I get that.
I like my idea. I don't like how they re-rack the playoffs. This is what it is. First round. Okay, when after the first round, you go second round, and we re-rack the points based off your regular season points and what you did in the first round. So now you just have like quadruple points. Like, I think the round should go based off how your playoffs go. Like, if you shit the bed in your first round, you don't re-rack in that second round. You start the second round shitting the bed off your first round. Like, I don't like how you can, even like Kevin Harvick, he had so many points in 2020, got him through the first, he kicked ass the first round and second round, and then third round shit the complete bed, but he had a fucking 90-point lead. That's the thing when people are like, well, he should have made it. Well, he shouldn't have shit the bed for 3 races. Granted, he was fucking leading at Texas when it started raining.
Okay, but what about this? What if Kevin Harvick won 35 of 36 races, but then comes in second on the championship race? Would you call Chase Elliott then the champion?
And it's almost like, it's like, dude, it sucks. Like, he didn't do it. Like, he's not the championship. He's not the champion. However, he deserved to be the championship. I hate that word, like deserved. It's like, well, if you deserved it, you would have fucking won.
But here's my thing is like, it hasn't been that egregious yet because like Chase Elliott still did have a good season, right? He deserved to be up there. It hasn't been egregious enough to where it's 35 of 36 races. But at a certain point, if it was that many, I might just be like, I can't recognize this other person as the champion. The guy that won 35 races is the champion.
What was it when like the Patriots were like 16-0 or whatever? It was. I know it was different. That they won everything and got to the Super Bowl and lost, and people were fucking flipping out about it. And it's like, yeah, it got you here, but you had to show up when the time was right. Kevin fucking finished like 8th at that Phoenix championship race. He wouldn't have won the championship regardless if he was in the Final Four. And that was another thing that bothered me. He shit the bed for 3 weeks and didn't make it. You know what he should have done? He should have beat fucking Joey Logano at Kansas. He would have won. But anyways, he finished like 8th at Phoenix. He wouldn't have won the championship whether he was in the Final Four or not. And that was the thing that people were always like, I can't believe it's exposed in the playoffs. It was like, well, Kevin wouldn't have won anyway, so it's not like it fucking matters. I love the Final Four. I do like how, hey, these 4 guys, they fucking fought through thick and thin, all the battles, and they made it here. Whoever, winner take all. I like that aspect. I think it gets a little fishy when we change tracks. We do it every year, and the Final Four is running top 5 in the race.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
I find that weird as fuck. I think it's almost like a, hey, y'all go on ahead.
Well, it's manipulated 100%.
I think it's very manipulated, but it's so obvious. It's like almost not fun. Like Chase Elliott's championship season, that car was fucking ridiculous. He went to the back twice when because some guys were finding it hard to pass for 4th. Started in the rear, failed inspection 3 times. That was a fucking giveaway right there. I don't know. I think there's too much leniency on that. Even at Homestead, there were so many like, oh my God, they're Final Four. Who's going to catch who? There's always battling for the lead. And how many times did the winner of the championship win the race?
Right. I mean,
but as a man who's watched many forms of the playoffs, I'll tell you, it was not fun going to Homestead, watching Jimmy Johnson just has to finish 31st or better, and ESPN talking about how hard that was going to be for him and how he's 14th. If they don't get it together, he's going to lose. Denny Hamlin's in 6th. Like, that was very not like, that was just more like, like you're going like he wrapped it up weeks ago, like, or watching Jeff Gordon wrap it up 3 weeks before the freaking final race. What did we race 3 more weeks for? It kind of made it like that. And I know there's money, sponsors, and points involved for different place finishes, but it's just, I think the playoffs are great. I just think there could be some little tweaks. Matt, who won the 2003 championship?
Call me rattlesnake, bitch. You know.
Oh yeah,
What was that? Matt Kenseth?
yeah, I was reading it.
Was that Kenseth or that was Kenseth, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tony Stewart was right. Yeah,
Tony Stewart was
2002.
02, 05, and
That's right. Yep.
2013. No, 2011. That's right. 02, 05, 11. With one, he's giving you one of his little Nathan points about Matt Kenseth won the championship that year on consistency with only one win. And they said it was fucked up because I think Jimmy Johnson won a shit ton of races that year. He won like 6 races that year or something.
It was Jimmy Johnson in 2003 that won that.
Yeah, no. Matt Kenseth won the.
No. I'm saying Jimmy Johnson won that many races in 2003.
I think he was on a tear. I think.
Okay.
I think it might have been someone else. Might have been Jeff Gordon or something.
Because Kurt won the year after. It was Kurt Busch.
Yeah, Kurt was 04.
That's right. Yep.
Tony 05. Jimmy's dynasty.
I suck at remembering shit, but yeah, now I'm like,
well, that was my peak era of like fucking kid watching NASCAR. That's just what I remember. I can't remember what the remote is, but I can tell you Tony or fucking Matt Kenseth won Auto Club in 03.
Yeah. Fucking Ryan Newman.
That's right. Yeah, Newman
that was
there.
It. Yep.
Newman on the All-Tail.
I remember that.
Yeah. Newman. That was like Newman's best season, honestly.
Yes. It was the best season of his life, hands down.
Those are some good days, dude.
Ryan Newman had a few good seasons back in the 2000s, actually, but 8 wins.
I feel like we're always chasing this elusive dream of, look how packed the stands were back when racing was real racing, blah, 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 blah. Hemrick won the race. Oh, he's talking about last year. I was like, what the fuck? Hemrick was probably like 8 years old. But they, the fans were, look how many fans there were. I was like, the cell phone wasn't invented, the internet, we didn't have Twitter, but none of this shit. I didn't have fucking satellite, if you wanted to, you had to fucking be there. And it was fucking peaking ass NASCAR. Like NASCAR was badass.
You had to be there to watch a race?
No, I'm talking about like you couldn't just you could either watch it on TV, record it on your VCR. Maybe rich people had some sort of satellite dish. Hey baby. But it's just like you being there was like it. That was it. Now, I missed SRX. I'll just watch the highlights on the toilet in the morning.
That's a good point, Nathan. Couldn't watch it on your boat.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hey, wait. We got a tea time? Yeah, I'll just bring my iPad and stream the race off my iPad.
I do love being able to watch. Like sometimes I'm driving on Sundays. Yeah. And I'm like, boop, put my phone up, and I probably shouldn't admit this.
I got called into work on a Saturday night one time, and the Xfinity race was about to start. I fucking put the iPad on the dash, or over there on the center console, and let it stream while I drove at work. Like
maybe the best thing about living in the future.
So we take it for granted, but back then we didn't have these, simplicities. And you could watch on TV and stuff, or you could read the newspaper. But it was like, dude, the race is coming to town. Like we gotta fucking go. Like, when are we gonna have this opportunity? Now it's like, I don't know, man. I mean, there's a lot to dibble dabble about, but
these are definitely topics that we're gonna have to bring up in the off season.
Yeah, write that down.
But yeah,
dude, do we want to talk about fucking Sonoma, or you just want to go straight into a race rating?
No, I was gonna say going back to Sonoma, since we kind of just glazed. But here's the problem with Sonoma too. Here's the problem: is it was like a week ago, and I was pretty fucking bored. And I get a lot of people liked this race. I've never been a fan of Sonoma. I'll admit it was better than last year. Like
it was always my least favorite road course when we had two.
That's the thing. But I did text you during this race.
Yeah.
And you asked, how it was, blah, blah, blah. And we were talking about it. And I was like, to be honest, this is boring. I'm not having a good time watching this race. But I told you, if Daniel Suarez wins, I'll say it's the best race of the fucking year. So there you go. It's a 10 out of 10. Daniel Suarez gets the win.
You're really going to put a 10 out of 10?
No, obviously not. But I'm happy. I'm not going to be like the Chase Elliott fans that I think rate races based on outcomes.
That's pathetic. The fact that people comment it too. Well, the reason I did it's because I didn't like the winner. It's like, then don't fucking vote.
You have that much balls that you're willing to
Yeah.
just publicly say, like,
Yeah.
I did it just because my guy didn't win.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
It's like people
man.
leaving when Junior would crash.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. It was Sonoma. Like, that was all it was a Sonoma race. And they can't all. This is one thing I try to like be grateful, and we can't like every race can't be the best race. Like, they can't all be Coke 600s, or then Coke 600s become boring. It's like, we need some like get in and get out, got it done. We got to, there was a new winner. Hey, there was a new winner. Cool. Like, they're not all going to be barn burners. We got to look at like, hey, this one, this one was all right. Like, I appreciate that they're not snooze fest. I think this was just a classic old Sonoma. Like, yeah, Sonoma was better than fucking watching a race at Texas, I think.
Well, yeah, it was better than Texas.
But but then we go to Watkins Glen and we're like, oh, now this is badass. This is fun. I think Coda was pretty fun. I think Coda was better than Sonoma. And then Suarez winning was like a little cherry on top. Like, well, at least I got to see that happen.
So, I mean, look, I'll say, looking at the top 5, Daniel Suarez with
that was another thing, man.
Chris Buescher,
the top
P2,
10 was like, what?
Michael McDowell 3rd, Kevin Harvick 4th, and Austin Cindric 5th.
And they ran up there. This wasn't
right.
Like no bullshit.
I liked that a lot.
Like, I thought for a minute, I was like, dude, I really want to see Suarez win. I was like, but damn, I want to see fucking Beans get up there and give it bumper and get a win too. And like, Michael McDowell's there on the restart. And I was like, no, he's up there. Like, he didn't just like stay out.
Yeah, he looked like he actually was going to win the fucking race.
The 4 car had speed. Who would have fucking dunked that? Like, dude, here's the thing. If they would have had that money stop on the last stop, they would have beat the 17 off pit road. Like, Kevin would have been ahead of Buescher. And I was like Kevin could have finished P2 if the crew didn't shit the bed, but that happens. That's part of it. But man, I was just happy. I was like, a top 5, you know what? It's okay.
And that's the thing. Obviously, I'm not a Harvick fan, but anyone in the top 3, Suarez, Chris Buescher, or Michael McDowell.
Yeah.
Obviously, I wanted Suarez to win.
But hell, what if they got into it? McDowell squeezed by and got the win. Who would have seen that coming?
Right.
Like, in the playoffs, 34 car McDowell. Like, what? But McDowell has been running like fucking better this year.
Qualified top 5 and stayed there all day.
Yeah, exactly. Like McDowell,
dude
even at other tracks, McDowell has been fucking, making some moves. I think he's a big sleeper right there. I'm not saying he's gonna go off and get Mike final 12 presence. I'm saying like, something like that goes his way. Maybe, what if the 99 screwed a stop and he's on the 17? Like, if McDowell can keep running decent and we get one of these crazy ass wild road courses, Indy road course or something, I could totally see him get a win.
Nathan's wondering when we're going to talk about how NASCAR has lug problems, but Indy and F1 have it down.
I'm talking about right fucking now, dude. I think I might need to get another.
Look at these bad boys right
another
there.
Little juice though.
These old relics. You see what that is?
I can't see anything.
The old lugs.
Oh, you got some. I thought it was like a Band-Aid or something. I was like, yeah, dude, cool, man. Sure.
No, we're talking about lug nuts. Those are the old ones right there.
I know.
Old
I'd
relics.
like to get my hand on some.
Back
when I was poor, I used to always see like Stuart Haas posts like Kevin Harvick lug nuts from the Pocono race, and it'd be like $15, and I'd be like, oh man, but shipping's $10. I'd be like, oh. Now I'm like, dude, I would buy those in a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah, nowadays that's the thing. I had more because when you go down to pit road, if you'd have like a hot pass or something, guys in the pit would just be like, hey, here you go. Here you go.
I want to do something the next time we get the opportunity.
Yeah.
I want to go down there when the race is ending, like before the race ends. Even if it's getting juicy or whatever, like go down there 50 to go and watch from pit road.
Cool.
And like see drivers pulling back in fucked up and burning out and see what I see.
Yeah, I guess we should talk about the lug issue. I think it's just first year woes. Like,
I think there's growing pains, but these growing pains have took us 6 months in, and it's kind of like, okay, let's figure it out. And I know we've said it, and I don't expect another thing. Like I said earlier in the show is I don't want to see changes in the middle of the year unless like absolutely need be. But like the stiff penalty with the lug nut and like the crew chief, I don't even think the crew chief matters at this point. Like blame the guy who's the lug nut fell off the tire changer. I get that, but it's like 4 weeks, but then it's like, I mean, I guess, but then it's happening every week, and it's not like they're like, hey, try, fuck this wheel and lug nut, let's get off pit road. They don't want the wheel to be loose. It's
Right.
it's hurting them enough with the fucking wheel coming off. To me, that's the penalty right there. Your fucking wheel came off. Like you have to go back down pit road again. You're already 2 laps down now.
You meant teams.
Teams. I was gonna say teams. Whoa, man. Yeah, I think teams are just trying to get that fucking number. They're trying.
All the trannies are trying to get it fast.
I gotta be fast. I gotta be fast. And they're rushing the gun, man. I don't know. I can't do it, but it just seems like they're beating themselves. And like Larson at Sonoma, you saw when he came out pit exit, he was like, "What the fucking shit is this?" He made the first turn and the wheel came off. Like he knew. But we keep seeing it week in and week out. I don't even like to talk like my friend Connor Bunn, but like, what's gonna happen when one of these motherfuckers sails into turn 1 at Pocono and the fucking wheel comes off?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna keep just fucking 4 weeks, 4 weeks suspension until someone gets fucking hurt or something bad happens, and it's like, oh yeah, maybe we should kind of figure this lug nut thing out. Maybe it's the wheel. Maybe there needs to be some sort of lugs already in the wheel, like it's already in the wheel.
Saying.
The crew members are the problem. Lots of problems with the actual wheel. Dude, boom. I don't know. Maybe it's a part issue. It's the gun. I don't fucking know.
It could be. Yeah. I don't work on the cars. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is or how to solve it. I just know that there is a problem.
Well, hell, what if they sell into turn 2 and the wheel comes off?
Yeah.
I don't know. I do know I need another juice. Luna.
Let's see if you can get your.
Can you go get me a dad juice, please? One that looks like this.
Do you really call it dad juice?
No, I call it beer. I was trying to be TV appropriate.
Yeah, because that's what chairgating is. We're always TV appropriate.
Yeah, fucking motherfucker, but give me a dad juice.
These fucking trannies that Nick's talking about.
Trannies. Okay, bring it, please. Intern. What are they good for?
Nathan saying that Stacking Pennies said that they're working on a new gun for teams.
Ooh, hot gossip. Thank you, dude. Love you.
You will not be the first, Turnpike.
I'm calling CPS. Oh, yeah.
And Nick is talking about how it is Pride Month. He keeps talking about trannies. Nick, we know you're proud, dog.
Appropriate.
Nick, we know that you're proud. We'll
hey, speaking of Pride Month,
proud. Yeah.
Dalton Good will be at Nashville this weekend.
Dalton's got a lot to be proud of this month too. Every Kyle Busch fan out there.
Oh man.
So Dane Suarez does it, gets the win. Trackhouse is killing it. By the way, did you see Pitbull on that like morning show or whatever?
Yeah, and he was like, "We ain't fucking around."
I love it.
I love it, dude. I am like, just fucking like, I'm like already packing my fucking Busch Light bags and fourth gear, and like I'm about to buy a fucking Trackhouse hat. I'm fucking sold on Team Trackhouse. I'm gonna get a fucking Mexican flag bandana tattoo.
Obviously Kid Rock, who's fucking badass.
Hey, our boy Kid,
I mean, wearing sunglasses.
Everything
with
I'm
us,
seeing over there.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm liking everything I'm seeing over there.
Yeah, and then you got Pitbull. I don't listen to his music. Gonna be honest, I could care less.
He's got a couple songs. I'm like,
but he's out there on fucking national television talking about NASCAR. And I'm like, hell yes.
Like he could be talking about his new album. He could be talking about, music sales, but he's talking about NASCAR. And something I never fucking even like thought about. And I loved it. He was like, "Hey, we got the number 1 and we got 99. That's 100, baby." And I was
I never thought about that, but
dude, he's like, "We're fucking going all the way. We're keeping it 100."
That was the coolest
and I was like,
line.
Dude,
we got 99, we got 100. That make one way that makes 100. I was like, dude,
yo, I never even fucking thought of that.
Sick.
Yeah,
I commented with the 100 emoji because I was like, I'm on board, baby.
Yeah, I'm fucking sold, dude. I'm sold. Like everything I'm seeing over there. I mean, they're straight up outrunning fucking Hendricks.
Yeah,
like week in and week out.
Yeah, that's another thing, dude. Justin Marks.
Yeah,
I mean, dude's been killing it.
At the beginning of the season, they're buying Ganassi, this and that. We saw, Suarez had some shining moments last season, and it was kind of like, they're making progress.
Yep.
We'll see how this Ganassi deal goes. I did not expect this.
We thought for sure they were gonna take Kurt. This was before the 23-11
I was worried about
deal.
Ross.
there was rumors, but we were like, okay, if he's not 23-11, he's 100% going to stay at Trackhouse. And then we were like, man, that sucks for Ross. Who knows? It's just think about what we were talking about last year and think about where we are today with Daniel Suarez and Ross Chastain as the best Chevy team in NASCAR. That may be the best team in NASCAR.
Yeah,
right now.
I thought too, is like I was expecting like them to hang out around Roush and RCR, kind of, they're battling.
Exactly. I thought it was going to be like them and RCR, middle of the pack kind of teams.
Yeah, but dude, they are. I mean, week in and week out, they are up front. I mean, Chastain's on a freaking tear, and Suarez is finally capitalized on just having a clean race.
No offense taken, Nathan. I felt the exact same way. Yeah. Yeah. RCR speed. That's kind of what I expected from them. And I didn't see this coming. But I'm loving Trackhouse, man. And they actually have some pretty cool merch. I might start rocking some fucking Trackhouse merch.
There's a clean ass fucking Ross Chastain hat I've seen. I mean, I can't swear my allegiance until this ship sailed, but I'm lurking. A lot about maybe just going to have something ready for the years coming.
I might rock one of those Justin Mark Trackhouse hats.
I kind of like that hat. I don't know. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not in. I like Justin Mark's swagger. Like he looks like he'd be cool. Yeah, he's got swag. He looks like he spends dollar bills, y'all. Like he's not fucking around. Yeah, no, like we're fucking here. And he's always at the track. He's always on pit road. He's there watching the crews. Like he's not just an owner like on top of the hauler. Like, good job today. Like no, he's there. Like fuck yeah, motherfucker, jumping over the wall and fucking burnouts.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but the hat he wears that says Trackhouse, or it says like TRCK,
it's
or
like
whatever
subtitle, like TRK HSE.
Yeah,
you get it. You get it.
Out the vowels or nouns or one of those things that we were taught in school.
Yeah.
They're always at golf courses. If you've noticed, they have those the same hat.
Oh yeah, the fit. Yeah, I've seen them at PGA store and stuff.
Yeah, it'll say like the course you're playing at, or like Ping or something else.
Yeah, I know the style you're talking about.
It's the same style, and I'm like, dude, this guy's got golf swag at the racetrack.
Yeah,
and I'm
he's
digging
rocking
it.
Fresh ass polos and shit.
Exactly.
Like, it's not fucking around, dude. I'm liking everything I'm seeing over there.
No, shut up, Nick.
No,
I don't want Reddick to leave our.
Me and Nathan talked earlier today, and there's a lot of rumors like Trackhouse needs a third team, and we've kind of, I think they got something good going. Like, hey, let's just keep doing the 2-team thing.
Just
it's
keep
working.
Doing your thing.
But we've always seen teams, I think, like, hey, we're doing this. What if we had a third one? Like, jump up there. Let's do 5 teams, like back in the day, Ralph.
Yeah.
And it's like that. Just because 1 or 2 teams have success doesn't mean 3 or 4 will. There's always going to be a 4th will.
And this is their first year doing it. So
so let's pump the fucking brakes.
Let's see
now if they go to a third car, I'm kind of like, okay, what are we gonna do? A third car? And people are like, oh, put Noah Gregson in it. I'm okay with that. I think Noah
Chevy
would bring sponsorship. Chevy Alliance.
Yep.
A guy I was talking to Nathan about, I was like, I think it would be cool, kind of the underdog team. We're going for it. Put Corey LaJoy in a third car. I kind of like that idea. Corey in some top tier equipment. See what he could do. I don't know. That's a guy I also would like to see get a break.
My thing is, I see what people are saying about Reddick. If he was in top equipment, he would be dominating, blah, blah, blah. But deep down at my heart, I'm still an RCR guy. I know how talented Reddick is.
I think
it's selfish, but I don't want to see him go anywhere else.
I think money talks, and I think Richard, as long as he has left, is like, I'm not letting Reddick go anywhere, no matter the cost.
I have heard a lot of rumors that Reddick isn't the happiest at RCR because he is a bit more liberal, and RCR is very conservative, and because that's
so
a conservative family.
I don't give a fuck about anything, but I know like Reddick is one of the boys, but then like we've all seen some posts in our previous lives and stuff, and it's like, I've always kind of been like, yeah, well, I guess he thinks like that. But I'm also like, I don't give a shit what his personal views are. I'm also like, well, I take that into account when I'm thinking about my favorite driver. Like, who am I going to root for forever? And I was like, I like Red Dog. But then I'm also like, I can't agree with some of the stuff he posts sometimes.
I'd rather he not post a lot of like political stuff. And he hasn't. It was just around the Bubba thing. And to be fair,
I do like he speaks his mind on Twitter. Like, he ain't scared to post shit. I do
And
like
to
that
be
too.
fair, I think he's friends with Bubba, and so he felt like he should defend him against
Yeah.
like Trump and all the conservatives. That's fine. I'd prefer him not posting political stuff just because same
Yeah.
thing. I just don't want to hear it. I really, really like him. Me and you have met him and talked to him. He's one of the nicest drivers I've ever met.
Ally of the show.
Huge. Yeah, he's been on the show. I wasn't there for that. Whatever.
Unfortunately, that would have been so cool.
But huge fan of his. So I don't care what his political opinions are. I
Yeah.
hope that doesn't cause problems with him at the team. And if it does, I think if that is really his reason for not wanting to bet RCR and want to go to another team because they're too conservative, I would like him less. I would like him a lot less. I would be like, really, you can't handle like somebody else's political opinion until you leave because of that. Granted, I think these are all rumors. I don't think there's truth to it. I think Reddick is smart enough to be like, I don't care what my boss's political opinions are. He pays my fucking bills, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
They'd
I don't care what
they'd be stupid to let him walk.
I don't know who my boss votes for, and guess what? I don't care. I don't want to know who my boss votes for.
Yeah, I don't.
He signs off on my checks. That's all.
I
that
could
fucking
give a
matters to me.
shit fucking less about that. That's your problem, bro.
Exactly. So I want Reddick to stay at RCR. I want RCR to get better. Is my thing.
Yeah. And you'll see some. That's the thing. Some races, dude, RCR showed the fuck up, or dude, they're constant. Well, the 8 car.
To be fair, Truex doesn't ever post any opinions. He doesn't have opinions. He's a robot.
The 8 car is constantly showing speed at every track every week. However, I don't know what cloud is hovering over him every week. We're seeing like fucking something go wrong up there, leading, spinning out, getting hit in the wall, fucking blow a tire, like spin out 8 times and go 8 laps down and just quit. I don't know what's going on.
It's crazy that Bubba and Suarez now have both got wins. 2 other guys that have bad luck on the track, you know, and Reddick still just can't. Well, and to be honest, I think Reddick is more talented than both those drivers.
Yes. How long? I feel like this year is going to be his year. Like he's going to get one at the way everything's trending. But it's like, how many weeks in a row now do we have to be like, oh, I think Reddick had the car to win, but you know, or damn, Reddick has the worst luck. It's like, God dang, man, when is it going to happen? I mean, I think he's had more second place finishes than ever this year.
No, yeah, and he keeps doing well.
Yeah. No matter, he'll have a fast car and it just will not go his way, dude. It's a beautiful day on the course, but he's fucking hitting like shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Another thing we could kind of talk about with RCR is a weird topic, but Austin Dillon. He's been running full time for 9 years.
I'll let you take the mic.
And it's my boy, dude. It's my boy. I love Austin Dillon. I chose to, you know, I was watching him in the Truck Series, following him all the way through Xfinity. Had a lot of haters back then. I liked him. I liked the cowboy hat thing. I know everybody else thought it was dumb, but I fucking rode with him all the way through.
I thought the cowboy hat thing was fake. Like, I thought he was a poser. I was like, he's like that goddamn.
He lives in a goddamn barn. I don't think. Look, he's rich. Yeah,
well,
but
he's
rich. I mean, he lives in a barn, like on a ranch. Like, I think he does like he likes to shoot.
He hunts.
Guns.
I like
he hunts like crazy.
He hunts
like
the fishes.
I think,
and it
honestly,
ain't like because Bass
lives.
Pro sponsors me. It's like because I like to hunt. Like
right.
He manages his land and shit. I like that stuff.
Yeah, he fishes all the time. You know, he golfs. He's a cool dude. Regardless,
yeah,
I think we would actually hang out with him if we fucking knew him. He's been full time for 9 years now, and it seems like he peaked. Unfortunately, maybe like a year or two, or probably like 2 years ago.
3 weeks ago, he almost won the Cook 600.
That's the thing, but he's won it before.
so a win's a win, man.
I know, but he's just.
I'd like to see Austin be more of a Kurt in like at least one win a year.
He hasn't
not one win
every
4 years.
And in fact, it seems like he's regressing. Well, he used to get a win a season. That was kind of the thing. It was like, well, he'll get a win and then get knocked out in round one.
One thing I've always noticed with when he gets momentum, he gets on it. Like when he rattles off a good finish, he'll get like 3 more good finishes in a row. And then when it's gone, it's gone.
He definitely
remember the playoffs a couple years ago. He like second, third in the first
right.
round or whatever. I think it was 2020 or something, and then like nothing else happened. But then or last year he had a couple good finishes, and then he was like leading at Michigan or whatever before
right.
Brad hooked him into the.
He's kind of a sleeper. Like he'll sneak up in the top 10. He'll sneak up into the fucking top 5, and you're like, when was Austin Dillon competing in this race?
Whoa.
That's how he's always been.
Didn't he sneak up for like ninth? Or no, he finished 11th at Sonoma.
In Sonoma,
He
yeah,
was- he
right
was
outside
up
the
there.
top 10 once again, and he's not a road course racer,
No,
so that
no.
was fucking weird.
He doesn't give up, but then it's like, dude, when he's slow, he's fucking
He's
non-existent.
slow,
Yeah.
and sometimes it seems like he's slow on purpose. That I'm like, is this
Yeah.
your
It
strategy?
seems like I see more of him
to
getting out of the
just-
way of the leaders than getting up there battling for
Exactly.
10th.
And so I think this topic really is about like, look, Austin, of all the guys that could retire early, like Austin could retire and pretty much take over RCR. You know what I mean?
Who would we put in that 3 car?
Exactly. And then it opens up this whole thing. I think Reddick could easily just, switch over to the 3 and then pull, Noah, honestly, would be great in the 8.
I was just gonna say leave Reddick in the 8 and put Noah in the 3.
That's fine.
with
Yeah,
Bass
whatever.
Pro. Well, I'm just saying Noah being the, me and Anton too is like, God, I really fucking like Noah, but his fucking fan base is fucking creepy. Like it makes me, it's like Chase Elliott. Like it makes me not want to like him.
You're gonna get that whenever I think
yeah,
anybody's good
but
enough. Like
put Noah with his, personality and his fucking, he wheels it, and you put him in the 3 car. I think that is a fucking marketing genius, right?
Yeah.
Like that would be fucking clutch.
The thing though is I don't see this happening. Austin Dillon
No.
just went onto a TV show promoting the fact that he's a race car driver. Like
Yeah.
I don't see him leaving anytime soon. I
Put
think he enjoys
Austin
racing.
in the Fox booth.
That's the thing. I mean, of all the drivers, Austin has so many options outside of racing, which is crazy. Like not many people have.
He does a lot, like the Cowboy
does-
PBR shit. Like
exactly.
he does. He's always like promoting and doing stuff that's like we aren't even sponsoring a race car, but hell, we'll sponsor you.
Exactly.
He's sponsored by Costas.
I don't know. I mean, I'm still an Austin Dillon fan. I'm an RCR fan, ride or die. I don't give a fuck. If we never win again, I'm still a fan. I'm just saying, RCR, there does seem to be some things that they could do there.
Well, it's just how long we gonna keep letting this wound bleed?
Yeah. Like Nick
I like
he's
Austin.
got nothing
I
against
like
Austin
Austin.
Dillon.
I like when I see him. I like when he wins. I'm like, hey, okay, cool. I like 3 car doing a burnout. That's fucking cool. But it's like I'd love to see more of it. However, we're not. And I don't with the new car. I ain't really seen. I mean, yeah, he sailed it in there.
I know. No, it's been a bummer. I was high on.
I thought RCR was gonna be bringing it. Reddick is bringing it. So where's Austin?
I was high on RCR this season, and I don't know. It's unfortunate. Nathan's got a question. Speaking of Bubba, you want to touch on how you harp on him yelling at his pit crew? Why don't you say the same about the quote fucking wankers? Sorry, on the 14.
Oh, he said no.
I'll leave
Kevin
that up to
said,
you.
Well, here I'll give you this. Kevin said we look like a bunch of wankers.
Ooh,
week on pit road.
Boom! Right back in your fucking face, Nathan.
At least Kevin said we're a team. We suck every week.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Heat of the moment. I think we look like a bunch of wankers and do your fucking job or like 2 different tones and 2 different aspects. Kevin used to be really bad. The late 29 days, Kevin used to like fire dudes after the race. Like, hey, he's not going to be pitting my car next week. And guys,
also,
who me?
Also, Nathan, I'm on your side. I've always hated Kevin Harvick, so like I'm on your side, dude.
No.
I'm with you. I'm 100%
knowing
with
Kevin
you.
from a third person point of view for 20 years is Kevin when they're fucking on it and the car's good and great stops. Like, great job, guys. Great stop, boys. That's how you do it. And the second they lose 4 or 5 fucking spots the next week, Kevin, what do we fucking do? And we look like a bunch of fucking idiots. And it is like night and day. Where when they're good, Kevin is like, good stop, guys. And when it's bad, it's I'm gonna fuck your mom after the race. Like it's so bad. He's always been like that. The only thing that was fun was like we'll text in our group message like throughout the race, like, oh, Martin said this, Kevin just said this, or Rodney said this. But like I just texted because I was listening to Kevin's scanner, and Kevin was like, "What the fucker? What God motherfucker?" Like he was cussing and said that whole speech about wankers and shit. And I was like, "God dang!" I was like, "What the fuck?" And I texted it to the group, And I texted it to the group, and then all of a sudden Jordan Bianchi on Twitter like posted it, and everybody was like, "Oh my god!" and started talking about it. And I was like, "You had to listen to it live, dude." That's the one thing about the Scanner app, like that NASCAR does right, is like just getting to listen to Scanner week in and week out is like
Right.
you. Sometimes I don't even say anything, but sometimes they are going off.
And it's way better live because it's out of nowhere too. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah, what the? Well, that was the
Yeah.
thing too. Is because it was Sonoma, it really wasn't far behind. It was like half a lap behind, but I knew we were coming down to the money stop or the last stop of the race, and like Kevin's running third. I'm kind of like excited.
I texted, I think I
Kevin
texted you
started,
and you said like, I don't even want to talk about it right now because it
and
was just too
Kevin said that the whole what the fuck, we suck every week, and on the TV they haven't pit yet, and I was like, oh fuck, like I knew we just blew it.
Trix will just let out a big sigh.
No,
and go,
Trix
all right.
complains when people don't let him pass him. That's what Trix complains about every week.
Talking about that right there. Nathan's very next comment.
But hey, it's all been fun rambling. Let's get into some real hot gossip. And when I say hot, I mean fucking hot temperatures this week at Nashville Motor Speedway.
Yeah. Super Speedway. Shut the
fucking-
fuck up now.
I feel so bad for any jackass going to this race this weekend. First of all, you knew they were fucking you. Second off, they didn't even spit on it.
All right,
Third off,
hold on.
wait.
Start over. For anyone listening that might not fully be aware of the situation, why don't you break down the situation for our audience? First of all,
I feel like we're
we
just
say
traveling back in
Motor
time.
Speedway because they're not a real super speedway.
Okay,
I brought this up
Nashville
last season.
Super Speedway.
I don't know why they get to call themselves super speedway when they're not.
Who
It
came
really
up with
pisses
this
me
idea?
off. I don't like them. I never liked them since that. But Dakota, why don't you explain the situation? It started last year and it's continued.
And if
to
you
now.
haven't, go ahead and go get you one at the link in the bio on Instagram. Get your come and take it cooler tee. Fucking chairgating representing. As of last year, you thought, after last year, we were like, oh, well, they'll clearly never do this again. What a travesty. Like, oh my God.
Well, what happened last year?
Last year, they didn't allow fans to bring coolers in.
Mhm.
And then they sold out of water and beer.
Weren't
and
you there?
Yes, I was there.
So
And
you
it
got
was
to see this firsthand.
Oh yeah, it sucked big time. I've not let me tell you, you know me. I come locked and loaded, ready with all my shit.
By the way, since shitty, since Rob never gave me a free shitty, and I love Rob, it's not on him. I'm putting all this on shitty and his bosses. I never got a shitty cooler. For Father's Day, I finally got an even nicer backpack cooler for races.
Ooh.
Oh, so I'm fucking ready, baby.
Conflict of interest. But I've never bought so many beers at a track. Like I've ran out of beer and been like, I'm gonna go get fucking beer. But like I kept going to this. Me and Nathan kept going to this one stand for the implications, but we kept going and like buying beer all weekend because like we would pregame at the truck and stuff. But hell, second stage break, like I'm gonna go run and get a beer real quick. Yeah, I spent plenty of money at the beer stands. But they ran out of water. One of all, that's dangerous. That's like a fucking hazard. It's hotter than hell in the middle of June in Nashville, in the South, period. It's like 89% humidity, 95 degrees outside. And it's going to be so hot this weekend. I think the temps have come down some. It said 102. Now it says like 95. Hot is hot. It's going to be hot as shit. And again, here they are. We're going to run it back for the second year. And Nashville reiterates how, hey, yeah, we know we all had a problem with that last year, but we don't really care. So don't bring your cooler and don't bring any unopened water. You can bring a water, but it has to be sealed. And
no ice.
You can bring no ice. You can
ice. Ice is dangerous because
you can bring
the thing about ice
bag and you can put a frozen water bottle in it if it's sealed.
The thing about ice is when it melts, it's now water. And you can't have more than one.
Might as well dump it on your fucking head. And dude, it is. And this race starts at 3:00 in the afternoon. Imagine how hot, dude. I feel so bad. Look, I was already like I teeter-tottered. Like, man, I could go back to Nashville.
Yep.
Should I go back to Nashville?
Talking about that. Yeah.
I got other family reasons.
I might be able to make it work. Yep.
Yeah, and then like I saw like a month ago, I got the email about the tickets, and then I told the guy to go fuck himself because there was the cooler ban.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, man, I don't agree with it either, but like, sorry." And literally, like, I was like, "Dude, I honestly, I don't want NASCAR to do bad. I want NASCAR to succeed."
Right.
And see, I won't go back until this gets revived. I hope it's a bust. I hope 300 people show up. I hope
I
people are
hope
like,
no people
"Hey,
show up. I hope 0 people
I know,
show up.
I know people are gonna go, but I hope
Obviously, yeah,
people
I
like,
know, but I'm just
I hope
saying,
the
like,
stands look weak as fuck. You know how crazy the stands looked last year? Dude, it was sold out, like it was packed. We were all like, dude, this is
not as
crazy.
crazy as the lines for water.
Look how big this is. And that's the thing. Hey guys, we know you're upset about the cooler issue. We know. But we added
But fuck you.
6 refreshment stations along the track. 6 for all you thousands of people that are here. And not only that, fuck watching your green flag racing. Come on down to the Miston station and take a little break. I know you paid a lot of money to travel here and watch this race, but fuck that race. You're gonna be too busy trying not to fucking have a heat stroke.
So this is important also. Explain the situation. So you can't bring coolers in. You can
I
bring
haven't
one.
heard one fucking reason why.
You can
That's
bring
another thing.
Well, sales. That's
Yeah, no, I get it. Like, hey, well, we want you to buy our product. We want you to get the beer and water sales up. Well,
that's
like,
the thing. Nathan's on our side, and he doesn't even like drink. He just wants to
Yeah.
bring a fucking cooler.
hey, you know, it'd be nice, like bringing my own waters and a Gatorade, or I'm bringing my fucking 5 kids with me, and I want to bring some fucking juices that are cold.
I want to bring some snacks for my
Some
kids.
snacks.
Like,
Yeah. Don't
some
bring fucking food
snacks.
in. Jesus Christ. Dude, it's insane. And I get the money grab, but it's a huge fuck you to the fans, is what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, if this race was like I mean, not even saying it's a night race change, it's still fucked up. But if it was like in the fall or something, I wouldn't be as ill. Like, I still like it's still bullshit, but like, dude, it is 100 degrees outside, and you better
mean, I
not bring
still wouldn't
anything into
go.
this fucking track. No, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go either. It's like, dude, no. I hope people are like, I was gonna go, but I hope people are asking for refunds. The stock car spectacle boys are all going, and like, I tell them they're fucking crazy, dude. So y'all are fucking crazy. I'd be asking for a refund.
Did they
I'd
not
be pushing
drink?
my tickets. Yeah, they drink.
Well, then why the fuck are they going? So
they already had it planned like 6 months ahead of time, and then they announced all this shit. I was like, dude, I would be like, hey, I want my tickets pushed to Bristol or something.
So this is not the only track that does this.
There's another one do it?
There are other tracks that don't allow coolers.
None that this is the only one I've been to that
Coda.
does. And
Coda doesn't allow coolers.
Oh, okay. So Nashville, it was awesome. It was a fun
Coda also
weekend.
didn't run out of water or food.
Yeah.
I mean, you could walk to any. The thing about Coda, like, they don't allow coolers. I hated that. But Coda is built as an F1 track. It's run like an F1 track. Nobody even tailgated Coda. It was pretty much just an F1 track where they had a NASCAR race. So it's like, yeah, they didn't understand how NASCAR does it. It's whatever. But they also had like margaritas, frozen margaritas, like cocktails, beers.
Did I mention you have to pay to park?
They also had like barbecue restaurants. I mean, endless. Did I spend a shit ton of money? Yes, I did. But with the amount of fucking cool options they had, I was actually like, this ain't so bad, because they had like cool beers on tap, like local IPAs. They did run it pretty well. So there are other tracks that have this cooler ban.
But see, Coda, I don't know. I haven't been there. I'm not I don't know the experience.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend
it.
But
yeah, Coda, we were talking about going next year. Coda to me is just a little upper echelon of road course.
That's how it is. It's a lot of
to me, it's pinkies up. It's pinkies up.
Yep.
Like, I'm kind of like, oh, I can't bring my cooler. Okay.
Yeah.
Nashville, honestly, I'm like, are you goddamn kidding me? It's like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, Nashville's like real NASCAR. I mean, it's an oval track.
Well,
like,
dude,
this is NASCAR.
That's what I'm saying. It was fun. We went last year for the first race, and it was a great weekend. The downtown Nashville, the track, the whole weekend experience, hot as shit. And like, that was just such a buzzkill. It was such a buzzkill to the weekend. Like, yeah, we drank like hell in the parking lot, and then I had to walk in and like sober up and smuggle Bud Lights into the stands. And it was bullshit, dude. It's just such bullshit. It's just, to me, it's more of, don't tell me what I can and can't do. Okay, I'm not gonna get a gun. Don't tell me I can't bring my fucking cooler.
Don't tell me I can't bring my gun either.
Yeah.
Real NASCAR.
Yeah. Dude, I hate it for the people that are going if they're still going. Yep, it's right. It's so unfortunate. It just sucks. Like I hope it's a shit show. I don't want anyone to get hurt, but if people start like passing out in the stands or like, hey, they ran out of water, I just can't. I'm literally gonna like keep refreshing Twitter to see like what's going on. If people have service, is like I feel like it's going to be a shit show for fans. Oh, not to mention, here's another thing. I think we took it for granted the first year because it was like inaugural and they sold more tickets than they planned. But they had the big grandstands, and then off to each side they brought in like Russian fucking pop up bleachers from the nearest high school, and exactly temporary bleach, and it was like it was kind of ghetto. Like it was cool and fine, but it was kind of like this. Y'all charge me this much for this bullshit.
This
like,
is the Super Speedway.
This is kind of this
dude.
is
That's a good
bullshit.
meme. The guy like pointing out the butterfly,
yeah,
and be like, "Is this a Super Speedway?" With Nashville.
It's dude. I just like if they're doing like I'll never go back there if they're doing like oh wait y'all doing it again. Yep, not going. If I don't even know. Well, I don't know. Like next year, well maybe next year because of the implications. But if like next year they're like, hey, we're gonna let you bring your coolers now, I might think about it.
You're saying you would go if they said you can bring your coolers
next year? What is it?
Well, yeah, next year, obviously. Yeah, if you know what, if they say next year you can bring your coolers, I'll go with you, Dakota. What the fuck is going on at Dakota's house?
There's a
the
ghost.
Rutledge
There's a
Dome.
ghost in the basement. Hold
on. Let's see. Nick is saying it's asking the fan that's commuting to the track, possibly for hours, baking the sun. Yeah, exactly. Traffic wasn't the smoothest. Well, it's a race in Nashville. Also, I think something that should be mentioned that I don't think we have yet was they said you could go re-enter. So you can go out to your truck.
Oh yeah, hey, you can go out and you can come back. You can come back as many times as you want.
I like those boots, Luna.
Say hey. Yeah,
hey, Luna.
You can go out and in as many times as you want, but don't you damn bring it back in here.
Yeah, so okay, I'm gonna leave during the race.
Yeah,
have to walk to my truck, which is a 15 to 20-minute walk, depending on where I parked. Drink a beer, chug a beer, maybe grab one more for the walk back, chug that, and miss whatever just happened in the race.
Yeah.
Like, are they unaware?
Oh my God, there was a lead change? I didn't know because I was at my car.
Here's the thing. I can sit on my couch in the air conditioning and drink all the beers I want and watch the race from home.
Yeah, hey, and that's the thing like we talked about the old days. I can just sit in my AC and chairgate the shit out of this.
Yeah. Yeah, I truly hope we do wish the best for NASCAR.
Yes.
Last year I was very, very, very negative on NASCAR, but I think for good reason. There was a lot of things to complain about. This year, I don't know if you've noticed, I've been very positive on NASCAR. I think they've done.
We have turned a new leaf here at
because I'm being honest. When they do good, I give them credit. But I'm gonna be honest. I hope no one shows up to Nashville. Obviously, there's people showing up. I hope everyone leaves like halfway through because
I feel sorry for people bringing their fucking dads and grandpas out there. Like
it's a disaster,
dude.
And like Nathan commented when we first brought up Nashville, I was so stoked that they were going to Nashville because that's the type of market they need to focus on.
And this is what you're doing.
Because I also wanted to talk about the Chicago street race. I don't know if we have enough time. But
for another episode.
We can save it for another because that's the type of, Portland and Chicago. They're trying all these other stupid markets that I just hate. But I was excited about them going to Nashville. Hey, Luna. I was excited about them going to Nashville. That's a market they should be in. That's like Atlanta
appropriate.
or Charlotte. It's appropriate. Exactly. That is their market. So I'm glad they're there, but I can't wait for them to leave.
So imagine like, the Darfs, the people that like, hey, we're just going. We don't even know who's in the 3
Yeah, they just want to go do something.
Like, the races are in town. We got tickets. And, they're not on Twitter. They're not checking their email. They just, work gave us some free tickets. They don't know. If you were just going to a sporting event, I don't know. I mean, at least a NASCAR race, would you assume, hey, we should pack a cooler?
No.
How many people do you think are showing up and they're gonna find out for the first time that wait, what? I can't bring any beer in here. I can't bring a water.
So I don't know. You probably don't go to enough sporting events outside of NASCAR, but
I mean, I get you can't take your cooler in a football game.
yeah, most other
I
sporting
get
events
that.
you don't take coolers into. So
Okay, but
I
I'm saying,
think I think
just
they're
imagine dumbass
banking
race fans showing up and being like dumbfounded.
right. Race fans, yes. I think they're banking on new NASCAR fans, people that have never been to a race because they don't know about coolers. So they're banking on those people to show up. What they're hoping is that the real old school NASCAR fans don't show up because those guys know to bring a cooler. Like when I bring friends to Talladega for the first time, I'm sure you've experienced this as well. They're usually like, wait, you can bring alcohol into this?
Yeah, you damn right.
And
we
it's
will.
like, this is one of the best selling things I can bring new people into. I can say, yeah, dude, you can bring food in, you can bring beer in, whatever you want.
We can
Like,
bring
it's incredible.
drugs in.
Yeah, well, that's expected.
Oh man, but hey, I at least it's gonna be hot. The track's gonna be hot and slick. I don't know who the hell's gonna win this bad boy, but we'll see. That can roll us straight into our underdog and winner picks of our at the line picks of the week. I don't know who's gonna be hot and who's gonna be not because this year's been so upside down. It's been crazy and wild, but I got a couple guys in mind.
All right, well, you want to start off then?
God, Jesus, is Suarez even an underdog anymore?
It has been refreshing to not see all bitch as much. Okay, Nathan, we're the ones that bitch.
Oh man, you know who I think's gonna run good here? I feel like we keep like cycling to the same 5 guys. I think my underdog pick is gonna be Cole Custer.
Okay. I'm trying to think of last year and how people did. You know what? Here we go. Daniel Suarez back to back.
I said, does he count as an underdog?
Oh shit! I'm sorry, I wasn't even listening.
Oh, I said, bastard. I said at the beginning. I said, does Suarez count as an underdog still?
One win. I mean, I
We
think
said,
one
well,
win still counts.
Does Austin Cindric an underdog?
Yeah, yeah. If we're counting Suarez, I'd have to count Cindric. Yeah.
Okay, I'll allow it. Oh, and then I will also
Nathan. Which one was a bad take?
probably Cole Custer. I'm swinging for the little hope I have for Stuart Haas.
Okay, I was gonna say I thought I don't have it up, but I could have swore Suarez did fairly well here.
No,
last
I think
year.
Suarez will probably be top 5 here.
He was like definitely top 10 last year. I want to say.
Yeah, my race winner pick. Speaking of Trackhouse, is your boy Ross Chastain.
Yeah, that's a good.
I think Ross Chastain is going to be on fire. I think this track fits in his wheelhouse. And the shitty 42 car, he finished second last year. So I think Ross is going to be wheeling and dealing this weekend.
Okay. I am.
Eric's not an underdog.
Is he not?
No, he made the playoffs last year.
Yeah, that's right. There you go. Good point. I mean, to be fair, that's borderline.
Oh no, I was gonna pick Briscoe, but I didn't think he counted as
underdog. All right, that's fair. For the race winner, I'm gonna go with a repeat winner here and go Kyle Larson.
And I think Kyle Larson has been showing speed all around. I mean, the rest of I don't know. Is Willie B's heat burned out? Because he was so hot, like in the sprint. Willie B was on fire everywhere he went, and I feel like the last couple of races he's just been
even last year. Yeah. I don't know. That's a good point.
Willie B has been like unnoticed,
right? And obviously, I mean, Larson. We talked about this. That was another topic I wanted to talk about. Man, we had so much shit to talk about in this episode. That's what happens when you miss a week. Was that top 10 of the 2000s?
Yeah, that had me all worried out. Save that for the off season. All
right, because that one was insane.
Yeah, we'll bring it back up because I And then when they said thousands, and then they were talking about Kyle Larson, I
They're
was like,
talking about
he didn't even-
2021. I'm like,
yeah, I was like,
what?
he didn't even fucking race in the 2000s.
I'm like, yeah, dude, that's 20 years after the year 2000. That's not
Yeah,
the same generation or
that's
same
a
time
completely
period.
different decade, asshole.
But I did mention in that, like, Kyle Larson last year had one of the best seasons of this generation we've ever seen, like that one season. And so obviously
Yeah.
this year has not been the same as last year, but he's still got it. He's got the equipment. I think
mean,
this
it's
week
not
he
too
can
late to rattle off 10 wins.
exactly.
So, I mean, that's one thing I do like is, oh my god, well, that's a bad take. Is yeah, we've got a couple guys that got 2 wins: Logano, fucking Hamlin, fucking William Byron. We aren't seeing I mean, it's only halfway, but we aren't seeing these 4 or 5 winners, wins.
It's been awesome.
It's kind of like every week is like, I have no idea who's going to win this thing.
And you remember
I
at the
don't know.
beginning of last season when it felt like that and we got all
Yeah.
excited, and then it just
Yeah,
turned
and then
into
Kyle
Kyle
Larson
Larson and Denny Hamlin running away with it. This year it seems like it actually is that. Like, we're getting a lot of different winners. And I think that's directly because of the car.
Okay. Yeah, I really like the, diversity in winners. I like that, every week is like, oh shit, like the top 5 at Sonoma was like, what the fuck?
Dakota Drake 4, quote, I really like the diversity. Number 1 for diversity right here, the Chair Game Podcast.
Rainbow American flag. Oh god.
Rainbow American. If I buy you one and send it, will you put it up for one episode?
For one episode? It has to be before the end of June.
It has to be in this season. That's true.
Yeah. We'll do it when Bowman wins next.
All right. Well, let's do for Sonoma. What's your rating?
Yeah, we totally skipped it, dude. Fuck.
Yeah.
Let's come back.
What do you want to give it?
I'm gonna give it a 7-2.
Best season ever. What are you talking about? Couldn't possibly be. That was last year.
Oh, he's saying this year's better than last year? Yes.
Oh, yeah, this year's way better than last year. You're gonna give it a 7-2?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I had Phoenix a 7-2. I had Coda a 7-7. I had Richmond a 6-3. I had Dover a 6-8. Yeah, I don't know if it was better than Dover, was it? Yeah, well, I gave Dover 6-8 because Chase Elliott won.
You son of a bitch.
I'm part of the problem.
I'm just looking at some of my other ones.
Oh, we're getting some low.
Honestly,
comments. I need you to go play with your tape over there.
all right. I think I got it. All right. You ready for this? I can't hear you. You're on mute. Are you braiding your daughter's hair?
No. You'll understand this hell I am in.
Here, let me change my hat.
Soon enough, dude.
Let me change my hat. This is what the podcast is all
That's
about.
the hat
right
I
here.
need right now.
Yeah.
You'll understand soon enough. You'll be over here fucking.
I'm gonna go 6'8".
Appropriate. I think that's appropriate. I was
No.
being generous.
Yeah, 6'8". Let's see.
So you see it as right there
Rate
with
in
Bristol Dirt.
Spanish.
Oh, adios míos.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. There you go.
Sí, es ocho. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, 6'8". Did not like it. It was on very, very low on my list so far. It's on the bottom.
You think Road America, Watkins Glen, and Indy Road Course will be better than this race?
Yeah. I hope so.
You think all 3 will be better?
I hope so. I mean,
I hope so. Yeah.
right.
Yes, Cinco.
If you ask me to put money on it right now, the Indy Road Course, meh.
Well, so Indy Road Course, oh God, we're going so far. Indy Road Course last year was like a fucking wild ass shit show, and then pushing people off track on restarts and spin. Guy gets eliminated. Like it was wild. But was the racing good? The whole race, it was all right. Watkins Glen, I will never talk bad about.
Right.
And Road America, I was, for the first time, I was kind of like, okay, I guess, whatever.
Just not gonna count Coda.
Coda's probably passed. I was just talking about for the races coming forward.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
No,
just talking-
Coda, I'm sold on Coda. I like Coda.
Yep.
But yeah,
I think Sonoma's the worst.
I think
road
Sonoma
course.
sticks around just because it's been here. Like it's one of those like we're just gonna keep going there because it's a thing, wine country. Like she's not going anywhere. She's the old girl.
At the end of the day, I'm just not a fan of road course racing. I'm really not, and I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of any type of road course racing.
I think
it's not
4 is
just
the
NASCAR.
number. I think 4 is the number.
It's not just NASCAR. It's any type of racing. It's the reason I can't get into F1. I try to watch it, and I'm just.
I think
don't know,
F1 puts
personal
on
opinion.
a better show than they put on a race. Like it's not even about the race.
Right.
It's about the atmosphere, the place, the broadcast. Like it's a whole thing. And
It's
then
just a
there
personal-
happens to be a race.
It's just a personal opinion. I'm not trying to convince anybody else. If you like road courses, that's cool, man. That's your type of
Yeah.
racing that you like. That's
I
good
don't
for you.
think we need to turn every oval into a road course. I'm ready for Indy Oval to come back. I think these cars put on a badass Brickyard 400. And I think
That's the thing.
I think we're missing an opportunity here. Like I think they do Indy road course this year and next year be like Indy's back.
They were talking about how bad Indy was and how boring it was, but I think a lot
I
of
loved
that.
every fucking Brickyard, dude. I thought Brickyard was awesome.
Well, but I think a lot of that.
To me, it was the nostalgia. Like I loved.
Right.
I got spread out and everything, but to me, it was just good ass racing.
Well, I think a lot of it was the cars. We're
Yeah.
dealing with inferior cars, and I think the cars this year are so much better that I agree. I think if we just went back to the Brickyard, I think we'd actually have a really good fucking show.
Dude, like I think it was 07, 06. It might have been 06. No, I think it was 06, 07, the one Tony won, where Kevin and Tony were duking it fucking out.
Yeah.
And like they were battling for the lead with 7 to go. That was fucking amazing. And Tony got him. And then the year after that, I think Casey Kane with the striped Dodge, the white scheme with the 2 red stripes. I think he was on a fucking. It might have been 06. It might have switching them up. He led like the most laps in the Charger, and like it just just see this.
But he does agree. He'd like to see the new cars on it.
I'd love to see these cars on it. Like I'd love to see what they do.
Throw everything out the window from last year.
Yeah.
Like with these new cars, I don't know, man. These cars are really good.
If they went to the oval next year with this car and it sucked, okay, go back to the road course
then
again.
fuck it. Yep.
Yeah. I'd want to see these cars race on the oval with Indy. We'll get down there when that.
But I've never really liked the Indy road course, so that's my thing.
I don't. To me, it was like okay, the road we got the Roval. Why are we doing this here?
Even when we had bad Indies, like bad Brickyards,
I'll take that over the road course.
Exactly. If you asked me, okay, it wasn't that entertaining. Would you rather have this or the road course? I'd say no. Just hope next year it's more entertaining.
Yeah, I just hope next year's
because I don't want the road course.
Well, what killed me was it 15 or I think it was 2015 or 16 when it was the most fucking. It might have been. Was it 17? 18? The one where Truex wrecked fucking Kyle Busch with the lead with like 60 to go and they blew up in turn 1. To me, that is the best Brickyard,
wasn't it?
I think it was more 17, 18. Nathan will know.
Yeah,
it was in the auto owner's car and Kyle Busch was in the Skittles car. That was the best Brickyard I ever watched. Where fucking Casey Kane won 17.
Boom.
Dude, where Casey Kane won and Jimmy Johnson's blowing up, going 3 wide with Brad Kay and Trevor Bayne. That shit was fucking insane, dude. I loved that whole race because it was kind of tame and cool. There was like Truex dominated, Kyle Busch dominated. Like they kind of who's gonna win, and then when they fucking just calamityed in the first corner, that whole race changed. And like that from that moment, everybody was like, "Oh, it's on." And it had a great green white check. The whole race was good. Truex was dominating, Cobblish was dominating, great racing. They were racing hard for the lead, and then they took each other out, and then it just became fucking wild. I thought that race was insane. And then, like, right after that, like, let's race the road course.
Like, okay, here's how far away I am. How when it comes to road course racing, it's not what I would choose, but if NASCAR said we're doing away with every single road course race, I wouldn't lose sleep over it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Oh, we're getting rid of every road course, and we're
Just-
gonna race just street courses.
Fast and the Furious 12 NASCAR. Yeah. I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I'm not a fan of road courses. There's some like walking.
I'm okay. I'm okay with a few. I'm
Exactly.
okay. I was okay with 2. And when we went to the Roval, I allowed it. But after this shit has gone too fucking far. And I would appreciate if they went to real road courses, not cities, not oval rovals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
I'm glad
oval
Nathan
rovals.
brought that up because
I want
if
to
we
go
are
to
going to
go to Road Atlanta.
If we are going to do road course racing, I'd rather they just go to a track that was fucking built for that.
Yeah, a road course.
Yeah, exactly. Just like if they're going to do dirt racing, go to a goddamn dirt track.
That dude, fuck, shit, dude.
Stop making things
They're
up.
lucky
NASCAR.
we don't write the goddamn book.
Stop making things up, NASCAR. Just fucking, there's places for you to go.
Imagination racing.
But we can't own it. Yeah.
Damn,
All
dude,
right.
we went off on this episode.
Well, I mean, we took a week off, and there's still more I'd like to talk
A
about.
lot of catching up,
to be
dude.
quite
Yeah, there's
honest.
a lot of things we just touched the tip of.
Oh, yeah. Oh, just the tip.
Yeah, but with a lot more to talk about. We'll save some for the off season and some for more debacles.
And we're definitely going to be back next week because we are back on a schedule. So we're having a race.
We're back to regular programming.
We're having a race this week, and we'll see how it goes. It's Nashville. The race, I think the race will be pretty good. I just God bless anyone actually going.
Yeah, silent prayer request for anybody attending Nashville this weekend. May God have mercy on your soul. Dude, it's gonna be a rough one. Drink water. I don't even know if you should drink fucking beer at this point.
Yeah, I don't know why you would
water.
go, but
drink water now.
Yeah.
But hey, good luck. But yeah, that does another episode, dude. It's great to be back. Great to be fucking home for once. Fuck. But hell, yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. See y'all next week. Peace.
Peace, y'all.